Our trip to South Africa and Swaziland was really special for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons was just our opportunity to serve and really experience that our program is more than just soccer. And so whether it was clinics in some of the townships outside of Pretoria and Johannesburg in South Africa, and then in Bulembu, Swaziland, which is this incredible story, incredible town that is really focused on developing a life for orphans. So Swaziland has a massive orphan problem, abandoned kids and kids, who've lost their parents through some really dire straits and tough circumstances. To be able to just go and demonstrate God's love through kicking a ball around with some really young kids, or running some official practices for aspiring young soccer players, boys and girls, to playing a fun exhibition match on a cow pastured field. It was really an opportunity for us to serve and to use soccer as a way to demonstrate God's love. We just kept saying whatever we can do to serve.
We started off in Johannesburg and Pretoria, and basically what we did is we went to schools in the afternoons and we ran a soccer clinic from about 2 to 3 hours every day. And then after that we went to Bulembu, which was an orphanage, and we worked in the school system there in the morning, and then in the afternoon we did the same thing. We did a soccer clinics for the kids.
We literally just did whatever they needed us to do to help. So some people were in schools helping teachers in classrooms, some people were working in the museum that they wanted to open. So it was kind of just all hands on, just whatever they needed us to help them with.
One of the ways that we could serve was just to be present and to show value and show interest and show love. And I think one of the ways that you show love is by giving time and energy and resources, and just to say to these kids that have so little, wow, you're special. And so some of that meant being goofy and hanging out with them. Some of that meant having them teach us some of their cool Swaziland dances and songs. Some of that meant us sharing a little bit of our culture. Tons of laughter, tons of tears. But ultimately, it was really meant to be just a way of saying, you know what, we believe that there's a God who loves each one of us, and we wanted to just practically be a demonstration of that.
It was amazing. I think the highlight for me was Bulembu, because there was so much hope in that little town that we went to. I kind of pictured it where there's kind of devastation and poverty, but the people there that were working with the children, they just really built into them, and they were trying to give them a brighter future, and so the whole town just was really awesome and very hopeful for me and for the children.
Just seeing the kids in Bulembu and how much joy they had, and like how much they love God, and just just seeing something totally different to what we see every day here. It was really cool. We got to play the boys' high school team, and they just absolutely loved it. Like the whole school was cheering for us. Like it was so much fun, and it meant so much to them. And the field we were playing on was like terrible, and like we weren't wearing our cleats, but it was just for the love of the game and like the love of each other. So it was awesome. They scored more goals than we did, but when we scored, their kids just went crazy. Like it was nuts.
Soccer is one of the religions of the world, and so opportunity to use soccer to really bring a sense of identity and value to these girls that have so little, and probably get shunned a little bit in terms of opportunity to be involved. I think the other impact was just relationships that we built, whether it was with the national team or the under-20, under-17 teams we played against, and the university students that we connected with. Relationships tend to have an impact on you, and when that relationship can be centered around sharing common loves of sport, studies and success, but then for us also, you know, a desire to show God's love. There was an incredible impact.
After every game we played, we got to hang out with the team and just like singing and dancing with the team, like making a connection, like we've known them for years and like we've only met them because we just played a game with them. Like for me that was like really, like it was really cool.
It was just nice to get to know them, and we knew that some of the girls that we were talking to had been in a terrible situation as childhood, but like they were just normal girls, and it was so much fun. Like it was just a part of our team, and their culture is very loud and outgoing, and they love to sing, and so a couple nights we just ended up singing with them. I mean, we can't sing, but they can sing.
You know, it definitely brought us together anytime you spend that length of time doing some of the crazy things that we got to do, and you know, driving all over the countryside of Swaziland and South Africa. But when you do those things and you serve one another, it just develops a deeper sense of commitment to each other, a deeper bond, a deeper love for the game, and deeper love for each other. So the trip, you know, there's no doubt it had some great lasting value for us as a program.
I think it's a really special opportunity that we have as a soccer team to be able to do this. I mean, we say that we're a really close group of girls, but going on a trip like this kind of unites and bonds us even more because we've experienced something together. And I think because we've had this opportunity to go visit these girls who have so much joy, it's kind of like reminded us now to be like so thankful for what we have and just to really appreciate each other for the time that we have. Going to South Africa, we often hear that people are rich in their faith over there, and that is probably something that we kind of went away with, is just the awe of how much they depend on their faith, and they're just so joyful no matter what their situations were. And we worked obviously at an orphanage where there was abuse and children who were abandoned, and just to see them smiling every day and just like so excited to see us, I think that kind of came away like with us, knowing that there's so much more and that there's a greater purpose.
The impact is not just on the players and the people that we connected with, the kids from Bulembu or from the townships. I would say the biggest impact was on our lives, because you just begin to see you know, there's special people that have less than we do, and yet they've got joy, they've got excitement, they've got passion, and they want to care for us as much as we wanted to care for them.